Now class 11 we'll focus on some important compounds of sodium, and we are talking about the first compound, that is sodium chloride, and we'll see its uses. This is there in our course. You know that sodium chloride is also represented as NaCl. Its formula is that it is common salt. We called it as common salt or table salt. All the things are the same. So no isolation, no properties being there, only uses are there. So where it is being used, you know that it is very essential, you can say constituent of your of our food. We are always adding it in food, so please specify words you used. And used in freezing mixture, ठीक है. Then we use in purification of soap. These points only you learn. And for regenerating ion exchange resin, we have already discussed in water chapter that this was used to just to again renew your resin that was being exhausted, and we were adding this particular concentrated solution of NaCl to it, and it was again regenerated, and you can again reuse your resin part. And there are many compounds that you can manufacture, like you can manufacture sodium. You can also manufacture sodium hydroxide from it, and HCl, chlorine, and you can also manufacture your washing soda, right? This thing you can do it, etc. Now next part is soda ash or washing soda, sodium carbonate. For that, it's being used in a commercial point of view. We always follow the Solvay process or ammonia soda process, right? This is the name, the process that is being used, and it is the manufacturing point, industrial point, commercial point. You have to focus on it. So the point is that you have to, in this we have to focus on the principle part. So let's talk about the principle. What is the principle behind it? We always used a concentrated solution of Brin. Now what is Brin? Brin is NaCl, sodium chloride. And when a concentrated solution of, I am writing, when a concentrated solution of Brin, that is NaCl, is saturated with ammonia and then with carbon dioxide, sodium hydrogen carbonate is formed. ठीक है, it's formed, which is sparingly soluble in the presence of excess of CO2, and is removed by filtration. So this is the principle which you have to do. Where it is ignited to get sodium carbonate. So what we have written, that we are using a concentrated solution of your Brin, and in that we are saturating with the ammonia and then with CO2, then sodium hydrogen carbonate is formed. That is being formed. It has been easily removed in your by filtration, and you pass CO2 through it, and you get sodium carbonate. Later on when you heat it or you ignited sodium bicarbonate, you will get sodium carbonate. So what we are doing, first of all, एक अलग हमने कंटेनर में अमोनिया CO2 और वाटर का रिएक्शन कराया. We got it. So ammonium bicarbonate is being formed. This ammonium carbonate, ये basically क्या होगा, NaCl के साथ, वही ब्रिल जो है, Brin, उसके साथ it will react, and when it will react, it initially give you sodium carbonate, and twice of NH4Cl. नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर, इसी में आपने क्या करा फिर CO2 को पास करा, वो तो पास हो ही रहा है, तो आपका सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट बन गया। सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट, सोडियम हाइड्रोकार्बन कार्बोनेट, और सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट, सोडियम हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट, both the names are same. Now this particular sodium bicarbonate you are taking and you can taking out and ignite it, या हीट कर लो इसे, हीट करने पे you separate your sodium carbonate is being removed, CO2 gas has been there and water has been there. तो this way अगर principle आएगा, this much you have to write down. This is, you can make your notes for it. Now we have uses also. Used in manufacture of glass, borax, soap, कास्टिक सोडा, ठीक है। दूसरी क्या है, वॉशिंग पर्पस इन लॉन्ड्री, हार्ड वाटर, यूज्ड इन पेपर, टेक्सटाइल, पेंट इंडस्ट्री, ठीक है। यू कैन मेक योर नोट्स इन दिस मैनर. Then and we have written softening of water, so there are few points, it's more than enough. As a common thing, the reagent and all that please don't write down, because that is a common one for a use. Mean agar koi particular compound is given to you, you have to give a specific use. All the chemicals are used in the chemistry lab, so please, or in the labs, so please don't write that last always things. It's used as a reagent, everyone knows chemicals hai, so definitely they will be used in the laboratories, so there is no need to write down that part. Now let's focus on the other part. We have sodium hydroxide also. You know, sodium hydroxide we also called as caustic soda. This is NaOH. Now let's focus on sodium hydroxide, which is on caustic soda, NaOH, or we have to use a cell for that, because you know that NaOH is been, when you are manufacturing it, it's been not a general way of doing it. You have to go for electrolysis process, and electrolysis process been done with the aqueous solution of sodium chloride. So we have to focus that we always do manufacturing with the electrolysis method, electrolysis of an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is NaCl, right? And this particular electrolysis, now it is not done in the beakers or small container. There is a cell is being used, just its name is Kastner-Kellner cell. So we have to focus how this cell looks like and what is the things is been there. Now you can see this apparatus, how it's look like. This particular, it is a rectangular tank or the container, and it has 3 compartments. You have to see that these 3 compartments are separated, and this particular compartments have 3 things. In the first compartment you can see a brin, means that solution of NaCl has been placed, aqueous solution of NaCl, and this is the first compartment, this is second, and this is third, or you can do 1, 2, 3 any way. So both the sides the Cl2 gas has been liberating out, so it doesn't matter, है ना. So these 2 compartments are filled with the aqueous solution of NaCl, and the middle compartment has been filled with the caustic soda, means the result that will be formed, NaOH will be generated in the second compartment. Now this container, you can see that this particular compartments, when you are making, it should not be like that it is dipped to the bottom of the tank, but it should be on the top, because this particular tank has been filled with the mercury, and this mercury is acting, it has a dual nature. It is acting as an intermediate electrode over here, which works as a cathode also as well as the anode also. Now for which compartment it will act as a cathode? So first and the third compartment, where you have placed the saturated solution of NaOH, over here it will act as a cathode, and for the second compartment it will work as a anode over here. Now you see these particular outer compartments, you are seeing these electrodes, they are of graphites, and they works as an anode over here in both the outer compartment. It is been placed. So you can see the middle compartment is holding the this caustic soda is been there. And now let we see that this middle container, it's been later on when the NaOH will be formed, it has been formed over here. So let's see, there are three openings also, and from these three openings these gases, Cl2 gas and H2 gas, is being liberated out. So with the help of the reaction we'll see how these things are happening, and when the electric current is passed through these containers, then what will happen. So first of all, when you see that the electrodes are placed, this graphite which is acting as an anode is being placed in the first and the third container. So if we'll see the reaction in the first and the third containers, both the container will show the same reaction. And let's see that what is been there, because you are having the mercury layer is also been there in this container, which is acting over here as a cathode. So let's talk about this part. Now you can see the reaction the first and the third compartment. So NaCl is being filled, that is real. Now you see the aqueous solution of it. When you pass electric current through it, it gives you ions. Now you know that at cathode being a negatively charged, it will show the migration of Na ions to it, and this particular over here Na plus is being formed, and one electron is being accepted over here, it's formed the atom. But over here you see the mercury is also there, and you know that sodium is capable of combining with mercury to form an alloy, that is your sodium amalgam. So over here your sodium amalgam will be formed. Sodium amalgam will be formed. Now at anode we will see that Cl ions will migrate and it will lose one electron, then Cl atom will be formed, then two Cl atoms will combine to give you Cl2 gas will be formed. So this will be, that's why the opening for Cl2 gas was there. Now let's talk about the second compartment, what reaction will takes place in the second compartment. We'll focus on it. So this contains your this thing, sodium is being there, and amalgam was already formed near the linings of the this thing, your mercury. So this again it will form you the ion, electrons will be liberated out. Water was there, because everything is being formed in the water is already placed over here, so it gives you this thing, ions. Then at cathode you see that what will migrate over here, because over here the mercury that is being placed over here is being acting as a anode. Na, you know that at anode is being happening, because over here the mercury that is being there which is acting as a anode. So in this cathode may what will happen, you know that cathode may we have already placed over there we'll see that these H ions will migrate over here, and they will take two electrons and give you hydrogen gas will be there. That's why the opening of hydrogen gas was there. Now still there are things arises that Na ions was formed over here, OH ions are formed, so they form you NaOH. That's why the second container is being filled with the NaOH solution. Now the NaOH solution that is formed in the middle compartment, you can concentrate that solution. So as soon as you concentrated the solution, तो क्या हो जाएगा, the particular NaOH later on it's dried up and it formed the solid sodium hydroxide is formed over here. So you can concentrate the solution about 20% more, and later on water जो भी उसमें होगा वो evaporate हो जाएगा and it will form you the solid hydroxide. Now we see the uses also for it. So uses is been there in your books, you can see it from here that it is used to make soap, paper, rayon, cloth, ties, drugs, and different chemicals also, refining of petroleums and vegetable oils, and different you can prepare sodium metal and sodium salt also, purification of bauxite and reagent in the laboratory. It's a common one, so never write this answer, you focus on other examples. So this is there, no chemical properties or physical properties has been there in this chapter for this portion in your course. First group, this last topic has been there, sodium thiosulfate, which is also known as hypo. And sodium thiosulfate crystals formula is Na2SO3.5 water molecules. You know that it shows water of crystallization by showing you 5 water molecules. Only one preparation has been there in our course, by boiling sulfur with an aqueous solution of sodium sulfite. Now you can see this is sodium sulfite that reacts with the sulfur, and temperature is been there, it's form you hypo over here. So let's see about it, that this is only the reaction in individual reaction which you have to learn for the preparation of hypo. Chemical properties in this you have to see how it reacts with the iodine. So go for the reaction. This Na will reacts with iodine and form you NaI. Then this thing sodium tetrathionate will be formed, Na2S4O4. Now this particular reaction is very important. We are not having this iodometric titration which is related to your iodine, but it is being used in volumetric analysis. Now with the salts also and with the different acids also, sorry, we'll see with the acids, not salts. So it reacts with the acids. We have given HCl has been there and sulfuric acid. So they form a salt, that is NaCl, and SO2 gas has been there, sulfur has been there. This particular reaction you have seen in your hydrochloric acid in your class 10th also. And same way you can go for the sulfuric acid, it's liberate SO2 gas, then sodium sulfate is formed, what is formed, sulfur is formed. It also give a very good reaction with the silver nitrate. So AgNO3 के साथ you react and it gives you this compound. So this silver nitrate, when it's react with the silver nitrate, the sodium thiosulfate, only you have to just change the main this thing metals, and in place of Na you can place Ag, so it give you silver thiosulfate and you get NaNO3. This again silver thiosulfate, you take it and go for the dilution part, it gives you your silver sulfide which is black in color, and sulfuric acid is being used. So this particular case, initially first you will get in this particular, it's a very important reaction, because first of all when you react the sodium thiosulfate when reacts with silver nitrate, first it give you a white you can say white PPG is formed, which gradually changes to yellow, and at the end it changes to black in color. Now we see the uses. It's been used in the photography, extraction of silver and gold, anticore in the bleaching industries to remove the excess of chlorine from textiles fibers. So this portion we have covered. We have covered the in S block elements. We have covered the first group, their different properties and their characteristics. Then different compounds of sodium we have discussed, their properties wherever it's required, their uses, their preparations we have discussed. Now in the next videos we focus on the second part of this chapter, that is the second group.